All right, folks, give me a second. Hmm. Ooh, pardon me. Let me check the volumes of everything. That seems good enough. Hmm. Let's see if my face cam is facing. Okay. Hello, folks. It's me, Embiggen. I'm back and we're live and we're playing some Rogue Trader, I guess. Yeah. Just a couple of things I need to update on. That's the wrong button. It's a friggin' LED button. But yeah, I got some news. I might be streaming a lot less in the near future. That is because, well, a job, maybe a job. And if I do have a job, then I'll let you know. Give me a second while I double check everything. Yeah, but pretty much I'm somewhat I'm not quite guaranteed yet, but I do have some stuff coming in terms of possible bits of work. If I do get a bit of work, then I'll be streaming less, like I said. It's going to be translations related stuff, and if it's going to be yeah, it pays horribly, but at least it's in an area that I kind of like, so yeah, there's that. So that might be a good thing ish in the near future, but maybe not. Well, we'll see. If that does come in the future, it's going to be quite a fair bit of a lot of work that I'll need to do. They're going to be and it's going to be one of those expected a bunch of lines with like a lot of work for, I'm not gonna say a lot of work for little pay. That's not quite correct, but it's quite a fair bit of work for, yeah, it's a lot of work for little pay, but it is the kind of work that is somewhat necessary. Oh well, we'll see. I mean, I'm very new to the field, well, quote unquote very new, and it's something that I'm happy to be able to do rather than not do. And to be fair, AI has made it a lot easier than before to do, and it's made it cheaper. So okay, let's just go ahead and continue and play some games while I can. And yeah, the thing that I'm not liking it very much is that they always come with very sudden requests. So sometimes they just message me at 9 a.m. and said, "Could you do this in 24 hours?" Right as it begin streaming, which has happened before. And I said, "Could you not do that?" I said, "No, that's how." Give me a second, folks. Sorry, that probably blew a couple of your speakers, didn't it? All right, folks, give me a sec. If you didn't know what just happened, it's going to be a little bit quiet, but hey, look at my mic stand. Wonderful. I guess I need to project it a little bit more. I want to see if this actually is happening. This actually is happening. Testing microphone. Testing microphone. Yeah, I'll need to project it a little bit more, and hopefully the microphone's going to pick me up. And if that's not going to, it's going to have to do for a little while. Hooray! Screen ain't working either. That's nice. Okay. That's a little bit better, but We'll see if this is going to work or not. Oh boy. Well, Rogue Trader is Rogue Trader. I guess we're just hopefully not. Won't get destroyed in the process.
Follow my lead.
My prescience has failed me.
Yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion that there might be stuff going on top. That's what she said.
It's about time.
My little voices have quietened down. They're lying low, whispering somewhere in the distance, like a draft sighing through the smallest crack. I suppose I should see it as a bad sign, but it's so nice to hear myself think again.
Knowing you, Mistress Trass, and being unwillingly acquainted with your voices, I would remain on my guard.
Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. The formation is kind of off. I want you in front. You second. Um, you two somewhere over here. You know what? Let's just go with this one. You two somewhat close in front. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll need to fix my microphone เรียมะไมค์หล่นมาทั้งแท่งเลย
อุ๊ย
เดี๋ยวแป๊บนึงเดี๋ยวพี่ปิดไมค์ก่อน ใกล้กว่านี้โอเค
ก็นึกว่าเสียงอะไรป๊อกแก๊ก
อืม
ไม่ร่วงนี่เอง
ไม่ล่วงนี่เองโอเค Hooray my microphone's back in place okay this seems okay
I'll lay claim to the stars.
that literally did nothing right
Submit, and you'll die quickly.
All of you will
Ooh. Oh, there's a bunch of... Yeah, that literally did nothing. Let's go ahead and have a look at a couple of people. Abelard. Idira. The thing is, I do want to move Abelard up to where there's cover a little bit. But do I want to move Biggie somewhere there's more cover? There's a bunch of units in the back. Ugh, there's a lot more units down there. And apparently, a melee build is much better at dealing with the final boss, apparently. But that's what I heard anyways. Okay, Pascal. Argenta. Okay, what I'm going to do is I want to move Idira a little bit closer to here. And then Argenta over here.
I serve the ruinous powers. I bring ruin.
I've suffered worse.
Right. So with this, we could expose weakness on you.
Was that you? Or
Um, Analyze enemy. Forewarning on Abelard.
on it.
Precise attack. And then we'll ignite.
Anything else?
Okay. Abelard could do a couple of things. First off, we'll get you to brace for impact. I'll make him the sworn enemy. Get rid of the anointed cultist. Endure. We'll also use you.
Indeed.
Bonk. And then we'll use the shout. Taunt as many people as we can.
Chaos guides me.
Crush the feeble.
Good parry. Of course. Hit me straight through the shields. Wow. Right, let's see if we could make the most out of my turn here. I definitely want to give the extra turn to Abelard. You serve me, buddy. Voice of Commando. Get back in the fight.
I'll pass.
Extra turnsies.
Suits my purposes.
With this extra turn, Abelard could do a one of these.
Fewer target. I took care of this one.
Nice. Let's see where else I could move. I think I could just stay here. Well, Sister Argenta, do you have a nice attack? No, you do not. Let's try a run and gun.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
guided by faith.
Let's see. Let's use the concentrated fire. See if this is enough to
Will not.
shoot.
Doubt is for the weak. Trust is a prayer.
I will do it again.
As the Emperor commands.
Good. I'm gonna dash you into full cover here. And end your turn. What do I do with Pascal? The cultist over here is going to be a little bit hard to hit. What about from here? I do want for him to use the attack on the those guys down there eventually. Alternately, I could just head on down, but that's probably a bad idea. All right, give me a second. I need to make sure that my microphone's working fine. It's working okay. Okay, so we have a Medicae if I want. So what happens here? Yeah, I'll move you here. Let's go ahead. Do we have an enemy analysis? Oh, I can't use analyze enemies in a shot, so... But we can't even target him with an analyze enemy here. Yeah, we can't do much from here. We'll need to think about extra turnsies. So I'm gonna use voice of command and air of authority.
Me, if you insist, Lord Captain. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Giving Argenta the extra turnsies. Okay, so what this is Joe gains ability to make number of extra attacks equal to the weapon's rate of fire. Minimum 2. Using the weapon's attack normal cost the least AP. These attacks do not spend AP.
I am his will made manifest.
And attack like so.
Faith without
Nice. Gain some extra momentum. And we have an extra shot somewhere.
you, my emperor.
And what do we do from here? And gun and run.
Rejoice in battle.
And then we go. Run away. And you could move here.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Idira, I hardly know her. Yeah, there's not much I could do from here. Because we don't have line of sight, do we? Well, do we now? We're supposed to? Oh, we do have line of sight. Okay. So we'll go expose her.
Will do.
Give you a little bit of a protection. Go analysis.
But of course.
Precise attack. And does put you on fire. Goodbye. Let's see. I mean, I could run Abelard down.
A tactically sound approach. That's not the Seneschal's job. Victory is imminent.
Okay, let me just Slice. I could sworn enemy you first.
It will be done.
My enemy. Taunt.
I will do my duty.
Dedge.
I am your doom.
Hmm. Who do I give extra turnsies to now? Maybe a little bit of Sister Argenta. Can I give extra turnsies to Argenta, or is she... Yes, I can. But that's not the most productive use of her turn at all. Hmm. I guess we can go voice of command on Pascal.
All too easy. I don't have time for this.
I will bathe this battlefield in
Howdy
righteous
howdy,
fury.
I'm at my dad's house watching it for 2 weeks this time.
Wow. So you're gonna have Scuff Internet for 2 weeks. That sounds like fun. More crit.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Hooray! Did you just throw a frag? Unsuccessfully.
They got Grotty Chaos Spawn. Ew.
Yep. Okay, so man, what I just some other news is that I am in the middle of what am I in the middle of? Just give me a second while I gather my thoughts here. Okay. Looking through here, I think we're gonna have some extra turnsies with Pascal. So I'm in the middle of exposing the enemy. And getting some work coming in. So I'm gonna be probably be streaming a lot less. And the work schedule is very, how do I say this? Exploitative is a little bit too strong of a word. Bzz. Okay. But yeah, it's got to be a lot of there's got to be a fair bit of work coming in for me.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. That is foolishness.
So yeah, that's a good thing and a bad thing, I guess.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Well, hopefully the pay is good.
No, it's not very good. It the reason that the pay is not that good is that it is a company that's known for not giving out very good pay. But at the very least, it's on a topic that I like. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, what could go wrong working for a company known for being very exploitative?
Emperor,
But
give me strength.
it is how do I say this? A little bit. Well, it's not too bad. It is work, and it is
Grace, at least.
something that I could manage my time.
Out of my way!
Well, it's supposed to be something that I could manage my time, but working with them briefly has proven that there have been that they're not the very best in terms of getting some work stuff done. They go, okay, we'll need to request you for a bit of work, and you need to deliver the work in 24 hours. That kind of stuff.
On it.
So not the most ideal situations. Okay, we could either set you on fire or just electrocute you.
Anything else? What an unfortunate turn of fate.
So yeah, things could be more ideal. Oh, wait, why am I so low on movement?
My place is at the fort. At your beck and call.
But at the very least, I'm still happy that I have work. Give me a second while I restart the audio dock. It's the where's my chat? It's not the fact that the pay is bad, it's the more the fact that the pay is constant. And predictable. Which I in hindsight maybe is not as predictable as I thought it would be.
Nowhere to hide.
And who could get some extra turnsies?
Already done.
Wait, you don't have the ammo, do you? Damn it, you're forced to reload. All right, Argenta.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Let's go concentrated fire. And use this to pew pew.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Eradicate it.
Whew. There we go. Move you here.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
And now I could reload.
I'll do it.
Run and gun, maybe. Move you to full cover.
Guided by faith.
And we could pew pew. Oh boy, that was good. Right. But yeah, anyways. I know it's just it feels what's the word? Although it feels exploitative, AI has made my work kind of obsolete, so oh. Give me a second while I recover. Yeah, the AI has made my work somewhat obsolete, so at the very least, they recognize the importance of the need to use actual people rather than just AI to translate stuff.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Indeed.
Yeah, so I can't, like, the beggars can't be choosers kind of line, right? So it's kind of like an understood fact that the reason that the pay is less is because
Abominable AI.
ooh. But Vanquish Twilight tried down Aurora, but she was one of us. You hear me? Depths of Deadstone from his prison cold metal. He will rise. The honor is nigh. That's what she said. AI, it is the matter of riding the AI train.
The hour is nay.
Wait. Okay, never mind. Never mind. But yeah, we're and the thing about it is that AI is just going to get slowly getting better and better in terms of what it could actually do, right? And sooner rather than later, it's going to replace the workforce in terms of what it is for entertainment. Because the first thing that it's going to replace is, give me a second. Doing it. We need somebody who could Because okay, just give me a second. It is so annoying that the little cultist dude is in the. You know what? I'm just going to skip him because if I'm correct, we'll be picking up his stuff when we leave, anyways. Just the beginning.
None
He comes, he
shall
comes, he
stand
comes, he
in
comes.
my way.
That's what she said. It's probably one more encounter. Encounter, I hardly knew her.
Follow my lead.
Oh, don't get in the what's now? They are coming. One follow. There's just so much double entendre that I'm spotting. The aurora of the morning or the aurora of the evening. Coming step after step, the eyeless followers. But yeah, some
So much Aurora.
yes. And finally going to Starport. Yep, collect all these things. We're getting telepath staffs and things, but Veil degradation scales from 0 to 20 does not transfer between battles. So there's actually something called veil degradation. Oh, of course, something went wrong. I need to reload. Reloading my chat.
The anarchy at the starport will distress the hallowed machine spirits of the Voidcraft, rendering them deaf to all.
Damn it.
With all due respect to your faith, Hanaman, if we find a working shuttle, we will worry about restoring the machine spirit's equilibrium once we're back on board our ship.
Okay, there's something wrong with the machine equilibrium. And of course, there's going to be a bunch of enemies and once we try to make ourselves back to the starport.
It's about time.
He. The machine spirit is spooked. Be careful.
Obscure glyphs have been scrawled all over the rockcrete. Elevator? I hardly know her. Oh wait, we already been here. There's got to be a bunch of things.
Take a knee.
Okay.
And bow before me.
Not an ambush. Okay, so we're forced to start the battle. We have a rebel agitator? I hardly know her. Not the sharpshooters.
Let's make it quick.
We did not ask for an ambush. We asked for a shrubbery.
Cleanses the body.
From the Knights of Ni, I assume. The Knights who say Ni. Let's have a look at, okay. That seems good enough. Let's move you into full cover. Move you into full cover.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone!
We're gonna go with Rune and Goon.
Doubt is
No,
for the weak.
Run and Gun, not okay.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I refuse. Faith without deed can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Do not Rune and Goon.
I'll do it.
And gain
The
momentum.
Emperor commands, I act.
And we dash away from
Doubt is for the weak.
the action. Okay, so queso, that's something quite delicious, I assume.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
Can I just give you an eye? No, not from here. Okay, so if I can't give you a side eye, I'm probably gonna give Abelard a bunch of things.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. If I may.
Alright, Abelard, you need to dash through the snow.
Victory is imminent.
Wait, did you just dash yourself out of a trap?
On our one-horse open sleigh.
At your beck and call.
What happened to your movement? Okay, move you into cover.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
Here we go. Hold on. Pain and duty go hand in hand.
He said duty. Okay, what do we do here? I'm going to let's see if I could use this on Abelard. Oh wait, that seems... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. It's just a bunch of sharpshooters in the back. Ha, that's what she said. All right, Pascal.
Searching is my observance.
Ooh, that's a lot of traps.
Request approved.
And
We must be at a far right gathering, he he he.
oh. Hooray, mana. Okay, joint analysis.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends
That joke takes a few layers of irony to get.
The thing is, I want to. How do I disarm this trap? Please.
Experience?
Okay.
Nothing matters more.
Very easily if you don't mind using your
Follow
boot.
my lead.
Hooray. And we have a dash.
Someone else can do this.
What do you mean I don't have a line of sight?
I'm not interested.
Now do I have line of sight?
I will do my duty. Reduce to dust.
Nice. Okay, we're gonna howl. No, I can't quite howl. No, where's the enemy? We have this guy and this guy. Right, I'm going to use mark enemy,
At your beck and call.
and I'm going to extra turnsies.
For Von Valancius. Over there.
Well, that
Brace yourself, Abelard.
took me by surprise.
Victory is imminent. One fewer target. I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
And what is wrong with my chat window today? Okay, as soon as I switch it back, it works.
It will be done. I'd rather not. I will do my duty. Forge ahead!
I wonder if I could target this guy this turn. Wait, do I have another weapon? Yes. Nope.
Nothing I can't do.
Go Pascal. Did not Pascal, did not.
my competences are not that universal. My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Ooh.
Suits my purposes.
Argenta. Dashing through the
As
snow.
Emperor commands, I act.
Wait. What happened to your movement? Oh, great. That's not what I wanted to do at all.
She spent all her movement
Faith
in one
without
place.
deeds is worthless.
No. What happened is the last dash was supposed to be oh, okay, much better. I'm going to have Argenta do the trap disarms.
Duty prevails.
Okay, that's fine. Burn your eyes.
Never doubt me. The Emperor favors me today. I better myself through my service.
Who here has just the one
Your seneschal is always there for you.
med kit?
Careful now.
Gunner, I hardly knew her. But okay. I think I've already stated most of what I wanted to say. That we'll be doing a lot less streaming in the near future.
Duty prevails.
Also, I'm getting to the point where Rogue Trader seems a little bit on the I was gonna say it's unfulfilling, but it's not that far yet.
Victory awaits.
What is this?
I would hope the servitors didn't flee. That would mean they weren't properly lobotomized.
Plasma single shot? Okay, we have a plasma gun now. I do like plasma guns as a something we could raise proficiency, especially on tech priests. I'm also not a very big fan of not being able to use tech priests as a specialization for our main character. There's that. Because I've been experimenting with certain
challenge for me?
certain units. Okay, we've gotten guards now, so that's should be fine. If we head in, there's no. Okay. Captive, caustic smells and oily stains. Wait, why are there more goods here? I thought we've already gotten goods. Oh, wow. Good thing we stopped by. But yeah, there's only certain builds that are available. And apparently heretical melee is the funnest of the builds. Or the quote-unquote easiest. Wait, what's going on? The stench of fire slime and blood blankets the starport. Echoes of shouts and gunfire drift over the landing pads. The shards of plexiglass crunch underfoot. You recognize Sergeant Malgar amidst the crowd huddled next to the shuttles. He was the soldier who greeted you upon your arrival of Rykard Minoris. A group of bloodied and frightened people is wedged between Malgar's wardens and shuttles. You recognize him as governor of the planet and a member of his high-ranking entourage. The expensive attire has been torn in the fight, and many bear wounds left by the bayonets. Examine the people in front of the shuttle. Some of the nobles are paralyzed with fear. Others have succumbed to the despair. 2 corpses lying on the ground with their arms outstretched. Black blood has pooled under one of them. The other's skull has been split open like a nut, encircled by a pinkish crimson halo of bone splinters and bits of brain matter. Oh, wow. What is going on here? Yep. Spins around to face you, his face twisted in grimace of anger. Our esteemed governor and his gang of cronies have been cowering behind us. Now, when things get rough, they think they could scarp her and leave us here to die. What sheds our blood for him and broke our backs to provide for him? After all this, you think it's fair, you piece of Grok's shite? No, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Okay, Idira, what's going on? Blood, it opens its mouth to respond with its... Oh. Your head explode. Your head explode. Enough, you said your piece. The nobles of the world care for Rykard Minoris and ensure prosperity for its inhabitants. And this is your gratitude present? For offering the noblewoman, you deserve to be executed where you stand. The rabble truly have no honor. Badness, punishable by death. Okay, another in your position who could have forgotten about the Emperor's protection of his subjects. Can we try the persuasion check? I don't know why you stick up for these parasites. They never would have helped someone like me, but they don't deserve to die either. You're right about that. Not all of them, at least. Hooray! We use a persuasion check. Oh. And they get exploded anyways.
You thought you had killed Aurora, false believers. Tremble, for I am Aurora. I am the herald of change. Behold the final dawn, and die!
Aurora, I hardly knew her.
Won't heed your cries of mercy.
Death to the false emperor.
Ooh, okay, just give me a second. The music is... I feel chef's kissy. Okay, that sounds sus, but... Okay, we have a rebel gun leader. Wait. We have Aurora attacking. And then the rebel gun leader. Minutemen rebel. And then we have Argentos. Yep.
Akoa's Space Marine.
Yep. A Chaos Space Marine, yes. I think that's what you're trying to say. But anyways, Abelard needs to be in front somewhere. To tank the damage. Biggest needs to be somewhere on the side. Here is fine, I think. Ooh, Pascal, you're able to move very far forward. But I don't want you to be...
Seems this fellow isn't a part of any specific warband. so just a plain Chaos aligned Space Marine.
Yep. But listen to the sound, the music. Just heavy metal.
It is very good music.
Probably somewhere like here. Argenta. What's the dude gonna do? Oh, okay. He's just going to...
Stop it! No! These rookie flashes are choking me.
That is a lot of damage.
My ears are ringing.
Let's get to it.
I should have foretold that.
Okay.
Oh my.
That is... Once a character suffer a certain number of injuries, they have a trauma. Okay. Can we medkit, or is Cassie just dead? Is Cassia just dead?
This is unacceptable.
Broken ribs? Oh my goodness. That's not good. Do we have an autosave that we could load? Yes, we do.
We might want to keep our squishies far in the back.
Like, no, I know we should keep him far back, but I wanted to see if,
Darn Space Marines, so off compared to regular humans.
hooray.เรียมครับเดี๋ยวขอน้ำหน่อยครับ Yep. Persuasion check.
You thought you had killed Aurora, false believers. Trip, for I am Aurora. I am the herald of change. Behold the final dawn, and die!
Take a knee
Okay.
and bow before me.
Unto the devout shall the sacrifice be gifted.
It's not the fact that they need to be, okay. I want to see who... Like, how far we could move back. Aurora's gonna go first anyways, so... We'll need to make sure that our tanky units are up in front. So Abelard could go. And then you could go. I want to move you guys as far back as possible. Here. Pascal needs to block his way forward from this side. And then I'll need to... okay, I'll be back here.
Just a minor setback.
Okay, much better. Sister Argenta probably wants to shoot him lots. So, from where? Here seems fine.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Let's go ahead and give you concentrated fire.
Do it.
Run and gun.
Justice for the weak.
And we're going to shoot you like so.
I'll do it. This is why I was chosen.
And we'll do it again. Give you some momentum.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
And then we'll just dash you back into cover.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Show me what you've got.
Let's make it quick.
Nice dodge. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to use expose weakness.
But of course.
We're going to forewarn.
Was that you? Or
Analyze you.
will do.
Precise attack.
On it.
And we're going to set you on fire.
But of course.
Nice. And with that, we'll move you all the way back here.
What is this foreboding?
Maybe here is fine.
Time to slaughter someone.
What is this monster? Its image is Twisted Corruption. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna give Abelard this ability. And maybe an Air of Authority. And give him extra turnsies.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Okay, so let's use the taunt.
Indeed.
Get brace for impact. Make you the sworn enemy.
It will be done.
We don't have endure, but we're just going to give you a slash.
At your beck and call. Target well struck.
And Cassia could just move into cover.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
That's what she said.
Not a problem.
You
for
served me, Abelard. You already used your extra turnsies, but gonna use voice of command.
Absolutely not.
No? Okay. Shall we give extra turnsies to Sister Argenta then? If so, then let's give her voice of command.
All too easy. Already done.
Right, let's go with
I'll do it.
this followed by this.
Doubt is for the weak.
Of course you missed.
I'll do it.
Running away. Just stay here. The thing is, as much as I want to target Aurora, this is such a much better target.
My vow is to serve. As the tactical imperative dictates.
I'll give you a free expose,
Prognosis is favorable.
and then we'll use this.
Request of
Brutal strike. Triple kill. And we also have a dismantling attack.
Let the cycle be discontinued.
Ah! Okay. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, Abelard. Right. Are you taunted yet? No, right?
I will do my duty.
Sworn enemy. Endure.
At your beck and call.
We'll taunt.
Victory is imminent.
This is cleave. Is this a normal strike? Do we have a stronger attack somewhere? We do have a harsh attack. Soul Siphon that okay. Probably not the most ideal. Let's just hit you.
I've suffered worse.
Nice. Look at that. Okay, so we have kept him busy.
Abelard too powerful.
Abelard's just very powerful, yes. Right, let's go
Faith without deeds is
here.
worthless.
Argenta, could you please not do that?
As the Emperor commands, I act.
You reload.
Doubt is for the weak.
Yeah, that's a nope for you. Let's see. We'll go expose her. Precise.
Was that you? Or
Ignite. And analyze.
Anything else?
No two people are not on fire. Daw.
They who discern the future on the battlefield. Let's get to it.
Okay. We can go onesies,
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
twosies. Pascal.
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
Let's expose the dude.
Request denied.
Wait, come on, we expose him. And we'll do number 2 right here. Oh, you can say that again, Abelard. Oh wait, Pascal.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
All right, ambiguous. All right, let's just give Argenta.
Specialty.
Oh, I can't give Argenta a boost here.
Nothing I can't do. Suits my purposes.
All right, Argenta, I want you to try again.
as the Emperor commands, I act.
And of course, I friggin' did it wrong.
Faith without...
And I'll use... my shot.
Fun fact, most sitters of battle don't like Space Marines as they see them as perversions of the glory of humanity. Asterisk sisters.
Yeah. You are very, very far forward. Okay, so we either go and give Mr. Space Marine here a nice strong hit, or just move ourselves all the way over here.
Explorators know one route. Forward.
All right, I'm going to expose you. And analysis.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Do this. And we have, do we have, no, we don't.
Running binary.
Nice. Okay. All we have left is you. So let's go ahead. Oh, we have a heroic deck. All right, so let's go ahead and do all these things. Shout.
It will be done.
Endure.
I will do my
Taunt.
duty.
Oh. Give me a second while my body readjusts. Okay.
At your beck and call.
Nice.
Someone else can do this.
We'll go ahead and use this now.
We'll rule the stars themselves.
We have a heroic act. So we're just going to slice. Slice. Slice.
Reduced to dust.
Oh boy, that was excellent. Oh, and we've already, let's just loot. We're live, Lord Captain. Yes, we are. We've gotten ourselves a Bringer of Terror, a two-handed ranged weapon, heavy, with a burst fire. Okay, long glass. We have a life-draining sword, which is a primitive sword. And the Gem of Dark Vitality requires Conviction Heretical. +4 max wounds when Velvet Deprivation is
Such
+15.
is the false promise of power that chaos provides. Praise the Emperor.
Hooray! Praise the Omnissiah for manifesting the statistical miracle and invalidating the unfavorable technical prognosis. And right, let's go ahead and have a look at our character progression. But I do believe we've reached... Oh, pardon me. That's going to hurt. We've finally reached the advanced archetype. So we can go with Master Tactician in the thick of battle. Using their leadership and combat prowess, Master Tacticians are able to harness momentum for their party to enhance effectiveness of their allies and themselves. Scaling with party success, long-term single target buffs, momentum, versatility. Vanguard is what Abelard's going to be. An unstoppable force on the front lines and a beacon for their allies. Facing extremely heavy fire, Vanguard only grows stronger in the crucible of battle. Or we go with the Grand Strategist, which is a master of battlefield positioning themselves and their allies. Grand Strategist, able to increase the battle effectiveness of their party, designating and strengthening important parts of their battlefield. Okay. I'm not sure which of these. I do like the Master Tactician. We'll think about it. Okay, let's look at the abilities. Okay. Gains +1 stack of tactical advantage for every 5 momentum. Master Tactician begins combat with a number of tactical advantages stacks equal to their fellowship bonus. Okay, empowers next attack to deal +4 additional damage for every stack of tactical advantage. Tactical advantage is +1 stack of tactical advantage per every 5 momentum gained by master tactician or their allies. Last volley. Selects a +3/+3 zone on the battlefield. All allies, including the master tactician, that have line of sight to any enemies beside the selected zone, makes a immediate single target attack against random enemies within the zone. Orchestrated Firestorm. Okay. Fellowship and Ballistics. Okay, I like Fellowships and Ballistics. And I do like Persuasion and Medicae. Well, Persuasion is more important than anything. And Commerce. Okay, Carouse. That's fine. What about this? Okay, go to Archetypes.
Medici. Aura Flak.
Right, it's going with Fellowship and Intelligence. Okay, Fellowship. Okay, so we're going to probably give Grand Strategist to... we're probably going to give Grand Strategist to... let me just look at here. Combat Tactics. Providing bonuses to allies. Front line, back line, and rear. In the first round of combat, all 3 areas can be created in 1 turn. One of them could be created per turn. Areas could move corresponding abilities. 2 or more Grand Strategists in the party. Okay, so it is an int bonus as well as Fellowship. So causes extra turns within the
Face
immediate
fuchsia
area.
poop shape.
Hi, Silvella. Thanks for the face fuchsia poop shape. Desperate measures.
Hiya Selvala.
Okay. So let's have a look at our general stats in between. Right, so our int is a little bit higher. Okay. So I'm going to go with... So...
Gross, I forgot YouTube delay. Rip me.
Yeah, rip. So, okay, so first off, let's go ahead and pick Vanguard for Abelard. But okay, so Biggie is going to be the Grand Strategist because he has a little bit...
in the past. Back to the past, Samurai Jack.
Right? So we go with matches identifying vulnerabilities. No, we're going to go with Vanguard. Attacks against the Vanguard grants them a stack of Unyielding Beacon. Temp wounds now stack. All right, so we have a couple of things. We'll think about this in a bit. High damage on dodge. You become the tactician. You become the arch militant. Versus the bounty hunter. Whenever an Arch Militant uses an attack that is a different type from the previous attack, an Arch Militant gains a stack of versatility. Varied attacks types are single shot, melee attack, area melee, area range, or range burst. Arch Militant gains +3 weapon skill and ballistic skill for every stack of versatility. If the Arch Militant has 4 or more stacks of versatility, the Arch Militant deals additional +10 weapon skill bonus or +10 ballistics bonus damage, whichever is highest.
Math.
So we could go either assassin or bounty hunter. Use a trail of Dej. Okay. Crits, defense reduction, key targets, and repositioning. High damage, dodge and dodge reduction, threat elimination, hit and run. Oh, this requires agility and perception and ballistic skill rather than willpower. This is Xenos lore, less about warp lore.
I don't think Adara is good at sneaking about while screaming about the voices in her head.
Yeah. We have agility and perception, but increased awareness is good. Fellowship is not ideal here. Okay, so I think Assassin is a hit and run tactic, so we're going to go Assassin here. And Bounty Hunter. Now we'll see. Hooray, we got ourselves a second tier archetype thingamabob.
It's about time.
Void ship bridge, void ship bridge. Okay, I guess we're heading up. Is this a rebel sniper rifle? Ooh. We have some better weapons. Okay. Janet, how do I say this? Let me double check my mail a little bit. Like right now, well, thanks for those of you who are watching from the YouTube, but right now I'm not the most enthusiastic about streaming as I was before. Thank you, Beat the Emperor. You are alive, your lordship. Most gratified by your return, and the crew is full of zeal and carry out any orders you may have. What happened to the system's son? Amalgamation of ship's angles and edges that surround the stars. Then my apologies, but I struggle to find words that could describe the terrible sight. Xenos made the sun vanish into the void. Yep. Oh no! Drukhari! Space Dark Elves. As if we did not have enough troubles on our hands already. We succeeded the Xenos lore, so the enemies of humanity, huh? Our breed of the Eldari, the most cruel and devious of their kind. The designs of the ships match the description provided by the Voxmaster. Like all Xenos, the Drukhari are a blight on the face of the galaxy, but their technology superiority is indisputable.
I was about to say this sounds like dark elf nonsense. They are known for stealing all kinds of things, from people to whole suns.
Ah, so sun stealing, I guess. Xenos Drukhari are blight on the face of the galaxy, but their technological superiority is indisputable. They abhor and fear warp society, sorcery. Okay, so if they steal the whole sun, would it mean that all these planets will be just leaving orbit, or they replace it with a gravitational black hole of the same mass, so that it wouldn't affect orbit? Because stealing whole suns would definitely do a whole lot of damage in terms of any kind of solar system. Or am I just overthinking the science there? Are they on league with the cultists? We can rule out the possibility Drukhari would never ally themselves with arch-enemy worshippers. Okay, so they're not with the warp stuff. Situation calls for immediate action, ambiguous. We can continue this conversation later if you so wish, but right now, I believe we should assume command. What's the situation on board?
No, they steal it to cause problems in the solar system because they are jerks. And because they hide out in the Eldar webways and thus will take suns to use for themselves.
Okay. Navigator's sanctum is no longer empty, but warp engine is still refusing to obey the engine seers. Without it, we cannot perform warp jump, so we can't warp. It may be angry, or perhaps is lamenting the injuries it has suffered. I'll immediately initiate preparations for a prayer service. If the Omnicide grants me comprehension, I will appease the machine spirits of the vessel. Well, did you not send a shuttle to the planet for me? Apologize, your lordship, but we were unable to receive your request for evacuation. The Vox Links was overrun with vile interference, screams, blasphemous hymns, other sinister noises. Anyone who listened to the interference for a prolonged period lose their sanity. Several dozen operators went mad monitoring the Voxcasters in hopes of hearing your voice. Each one of them waited in vain. So what's happening to the planet now? So our Augur's operators are reporting numerous uprisings and manifestations of the arch-enemy's powers at the various locations on the planet, based on the fragments of communications picked up by our Vox operators. There's practically no resistance being offered by the governor's forces. Millions of people are covering the blasphemous final dawn cult en masse, assembling in prayer circles. Any hope of retaking it? I fear Record Minoris is lost. Deteriorating by the minute. We'll leave the system as soon as possible. Fair. Still people on the planet who have not succumbed to the heresy and are worthy of rescue, besides a small number of its own shuttles. We have the shuttles salvaged from the starport. Save as many as we can. This all happened for a reason. Saint Argento, whose name I carry with reverence and trepidation, is famed for saving people from a dying world through the powers of prayer. The God Emperor himself sent a star from the heavens that lifted the saint and helped followers up the sky, away from the corruption and death. We must do as she did, direct all of our efforts to save those people who at a moment look at the heavens in hope of salvation. The lives of peasants are of little value. Our prime objective is to save the holy relic, the miraculous fusion reaction of electro priests who God intend to it. I would save the electro priests. Every moment we spend in proximity to a dying world, putting ourselves at risk. You would Lord alive Captain's war, valuable than all of Reichardt Minoris. The Von Valentius dynasty cannot be allowed to perish. So basically, fully run away immediately. The world is doomed, the inhabitants along with it. The appearances of a star was a final nudge towards death, the finale of the cult of Dawn's final plans. I once witnessed a similar event. World has surrendered to the servants of the archenemy, permitted the corruption to enter too deep. At this moment, millions of people are bowing down before those who promised them salvation, and they are willingly giving over the souls to chaos. Only hope of stopping this process is to retreat to a safe distance of the planet and conduct targeted bombing of Electro Priest Monastery. Blowing up the reactor, a thermonuclear reaction will follow. The world's oxygen will evaporate. Okay. Oh, this... okay. Whatever fate you choose this world, I urge you to make haste, Lord Captain. Planet is burning in raging flashes of crimson and purple. The moment we waste... Okay. Lydion is enough talking, we need to get out of here while we still can. Something licking the depths of your consciousness bristles, passing thoughts of saving people. Wounded but corrupted by the weapon, which leads to warp into invading your mind. Seal the prey of the mighty predator. The planet's already warped, no threat of stenching out from the warp. Why can we not evacuate at least some of the people? Which planet's inhabitants can we evacuate? Nobles, we rescue the starport of Graven Coordinates of the shelter of those who can find surviving the aristocrats and their families. Nobles, pilots, or fusion reactor. I want to save the fusion reactor. Don't forget yourself, interrogator. One more objection, and just forget about the need to deliver you to fall alive. Okay. Hooray! 15 on the iconoclast. In that case, I consider it necessary to point out that the mark of the archenemy could infiltrate the ship with the priests escorting the reactor. Keep that in mind. Consider it done. It is likely our shuttles will have capacity to evacuate some people as well. Do you want to save the nobles, or do you want to save the commoners? Okay. The thing is, if I can save the nobles, I have a thought that it's going to be a dogmatic thing, isn't it? Let's save the nobles. It is very much more inclined as a noble ourselves to do that. The bridge is in upheaval. The Technomat's prayers mix together in senseless cacophony. Servitors worked hastily to remove a hardened crust of sacred unguents, the warp engine's components. Pascal, with the data slate, clutches in his hands, seeming disconnected from the flurry of activity. What's going on? I say, hey, yeah, 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 yeah. The warp sexton is not responding to my commands. The ship's spirit is rejecting our prayers in anger, currently calculating the plea of mighty please the noble spirit. Assume the control of the Technomats. Why not? They would only bring hindrance. Megas, act swiftly. Pascal, I kindly request that there would only be a hindrance. Okay, so Pascal's muttering without taking his eyes off the data slate. Sudden action as to the way he moves in the Mechanites. So this is now your ship and your temple, so start acting like one you blasted cog. Or Magos, if you do not bring the situation under control, will perish. Act swiftly. Heed the words of Pascal. Trust him. The mayhem immediately subsides and the crew's actions fall to some indiscernible logic. Omnissiah's servant starts working in sync, and the binary clamor becomes a symphony of reports. Okay. Admirably done, Pascal. The Omnissiah guides me. Explain what we're doing. Studied the data and discovered a machine node that was damaged as a result of the heretic sabotage. Okay. The functioning of the warp sextant was tampered with, and the ship's spirit, aggravated by the violation of the right's operation, is now rejecting its calculations. I sought a way to rectify this error, so concluded your participation is necessary. The concentrator system of this temple Omnissiah are subordinates to the shell, who repositories serves the machine you see before us. A machine created for the predecessor and the uses of the biological signatures of dynastic blood in its computations. The spirit should recognize the ship's master. Should sound less reassuring. Oh, I accidentally clicked the wrong button. Omnissiah, rejoice. Okay. Okay. For the purpose of safety, complete reassembly of the warp sextant and updating it of its data smith blessing is required. It's not done, then at the launch of the volume of aggregation calculation errors could result in the destruction of data crypts. Could not have 100 hours at disposal. We must omit this procedure. What must I do? Place your hand inside the throat of the cogitator. Okay. In goes my hand. Alright. We had this happen before. Right. Deviating from the plans? This doesn't sound like you. Logic. Okay, the lives of the entire crew now depends on my convincing the ship's spirit to start the broken components. Your interpretation is verging on tech heresy. Oh. Given your rank, I will nevertheless respond for a lay person. You describe a position with relative accuracy. Okay. Right, placing our hands in. Okay. What does all this mean? Rotates to your skull whip in position. Benevolence code, a voice receptor. I hypothesize that the defect is located in the analyzer block. I register a tech reaction to the signal, but no process response. Temporary override is permissible. What should I do now? By Marathon, I revoke the inviolability protocol of the warp engine. Let's not go pressing buttons willy-nilly. I collect offers to cleanse data crypts in the warp engine on one after the other, repeating prayer of exaltation. After anointing the contacts with sacred augments, Pascal inserts them in cogitator slots. That's what she said. Head begins to spin from the holy century's foul-smelling clouds, and loss of blood that the cyber gargoyles continues to drink from you. Let the mechanism awaken in new purity. Pascal enters a sequence of commands and raises his hand. Watching the vid screen, suddenly he stops dead. No! His fingers fly over the command runes, entering command after command. His mechandrites clicking in pincers pull one lever after the other. The vid screen fills with string of symbols, completely incomprehensible to you. Clearly conveying something is wrong to the Magos. What's happening? The data crypts mount on the cogitator begins to emit sparks. Another data crypt does the same. Next burst in flames. Oh no. Omnissiah 7s break off from the prayers. The massive errors in the warp sexton's calculations destroying the data repositories. The offering did not appease the ship's spirit. The warp engine cannot be filled with the motive force. We are trapped. An alternative to Horizon Protocol. Emergency launch of auxiliary coils. Okay. Read the information on screen. A moment, if you will. Lord Captain, destroy the transmission of the data core. Most likely the residual cognitive functions of the built-in servitors. Machine Spirit, can you hear me? Okay. Injury Rescue Query. Or how about Machine Spirit in the name of the Omnissiah? Okay. Machine Spirit, this is Lord Captain of the vessel. Obey me and start the warp engine. He sees the vid screen stabilize one after the other. Oh, what's going on? It's actually responding to our vocal commands. Reporting evidence indicating a Category 3 miracle, fulfilling the criterion, thou shalt witness the mechanism that tolls in glorification its function in defiance of deactivation. Rabbi, yeah. The crew almost finished carrying out the orders given earlier. I've just received confirmation from engineering halls. I don't know what you just did, but the warp engine's raring to go. Okay, so basically... the machine followed our commands, but it is something to do with tech heresy? Is that what's happening? Not at work. Yeah. Hope he will grant me revelation with allow me to comprehend this nature of this miracle. What I saw on screen looks strange, doesn't it? Non-standard output information lost in the data core. What it sounds like? Earlier we had something happened along the lines of people resurrecting themselves. No, people gaining sentience, right? After failed lobotomy. I wonder if there's something similar is happening with our ship, where there's a failed quote-unquote lobotomy of the ship's data systems, or something similar to that note. Okay, so we do see a
It is something that can happen in Warhammer 40k.
Okay. That is probably the least helpful thing. To say the least. Wait, warp translation?
Rug-ro-raggy.
Wait, what happened to the warp translation? What happened to my frame rate, first of all? Give me a
It's
second.
stealing our frames.
Hide your kids, hide your wife. Okay. Uh-oh. Floating skulls of doom.
The Fon Valancia's flagship made its way out of the doomed star system. As the void ships plunged deeper into the Corona's expanse, the rogue trader's subjects bid a formal farewell to the late head of the dynasty, Theodora Fon Valancius.
Oh, okay.
Having paid their last respects, the crew gathered their strength and braced themselves for whatever was to come next.
Completed chapter 1. Nice. Our journey through the warp is coming to an end. Leading navigator Ocelio informs that we have reached a point where we can translate to real space to the Furimundus system. Okay. Home to Footfall, the only Imperium outpost, is a functioning wharf in the Corona's expanse. Tech priests are begging you to have mercy on the machines, worn down by the warp and the servants of the Omnicide to inspect and heal the void ship's wounds in the dock. Prayers and rituals will take some time with our apostate choir. We use to establish a connection with the prime worlds of your prostate. Did I just say the prime world of your prostate? I don't think that's going to be a very, very prime world at all. Somewhere on the back end, I think. Oh, wow, that was... Okay, never mind. Let's just keep going.
Uranus.
Yes. Okay. The prime worlds of your protectorate, Dragonus, Janus, and Kieva Gamma. Kieva Gamma, I hardly knew her. Master Zachary Wise, has recovered an invitation previously adrift in the Immaterium. The Liege of the Footfall has humbly requested an audience with the rogue trader of the Von Valancius dynasty. According to Master Zachary, the message was tinted with shades of pleading, and I quote, "Apparently the Liege is anxious to meet as soon as possible." Footfall with a place where the filth and sanctity go hand in hand. There's never been a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. Reverend Hieronymus Dolores Rosso will most likely expect a visit from me. I imagine he will be interested in talking to you as well, Ambiguous. Leaving your void ship when we arrive on Footfall, Ambiguous. Once that is done, consider Lord Inquisitor's task complete. Your Lordship, young Yvain Winterscale has asked me to convey his gratitude to your hospitality and for saving him from the certain death. Now wishing to outstay his welcome, he plans to disembark at Footfall. Lord Yvain swears he will not forget his debt to you. So, everybody thinks it's going to happen at Footfall. The Comprehensive System Inspection Right, the unit has discovered data clusters within the Captain's Cogitator that are concealed from the prying eyes by means of personal cipher and a sacrament of agreement authorization. Unit Ambiguous Von Valancius has been added to the access list and assigned as Identifier Keeper 2. The unit can access data from the Captain's Cogitators, provided he can process the description key. So, are you leaving us, Heinrichs? Our main logical inquisitor and your predecessor was I be translated to Footfall no farther. Dare not take advantage of generosity and patience any more than I already have. Okay. I hope we meet again. True servants of the Emperor are always welcome aboard my ship. An interrogator of the Inquisition seldom gets to hear such words. Thank you for your hospitality and Ambiguous. I'll never forget it. Argento, who's Reverend Hieronymus? Hieronymus Bosch is a painter, isn't he? Head of the Drusian mission on Footfall, one of the most prominent clergymen in the sector. Paying him a visit is a good thing for any loyal servant of the Emperor to do. I assisted his mission before I joined Lady Theodora on her voyage. I needed her blessing to accompany the new rogue trader to the Von Valentius dynasty. If you wish to have me aboard your void ship, I request that we meet the Reverend Hieronymus. He's a painter from... Hieronymus Bosch is a painter from the... I think, which painting did he draw? Was it the Garden of Delights? Garden of Earthly Delights? The one that was referenced a bunch? Yeah, he was a Dutch painter. Not sure, but he was in the 1500s. The Garden of Earthly Delights. That's the one that's referenced in a bunch of Berserk arts. Yeah, Berserk referenced its art style for a little bit. Okay. Vigdis. Alright, so Furibundus, valuable to its close proximity to the Maw, which is the gateway to the Imperium. Base for our merchant base. Okay. What do I need to know about Footfall? Largest port and trading capital of the Coronis Expanse. Pirate hideouts, smugglers' caches, and forts belonging to a dozen gangs, groups, and factions. The Imperium relies on it as an outpost. I wonder. Okay, Rogue Trader seems like a very, very interesting RPG world, right? This is a pretty good example of this. I'm not sure if I want to... I feel like setting up some sort of D&D campaign, but I'm not not D&D, but a Rogue Trader campaign, but I'm not well versed enough to actually set up a campaign at all, or have enough time to actually do a weekly thing with like-minded peoples. So what's after Footfall? Soon as we've solved all the issues plaguing the ship, time will come to your Magna Accessio, official ceremony of donning the mantle of Rogue Trader. Mostly a formality at this point. You already possess all the privileges granted by the warrant, yet the major milestone in your personal history. Okay, so Abelard. Valdectim Tokara is a very peculiar young man. Consider your upcoming conversation of baptismal fire in Footfall's political arena. Such thing is not spoken out loud, but leads Tokara is appointee of the Kaz Balaka mission, the largest robber baron in crime syndicate and the Galaxy Successor. Cold trade, buying selling of all kind of Xenos rubbish. Fair enough. Run by a liege who did business with several criminal factions at once. Suffered an accident, the reins of power picked up by the Valakium Tokara. Appointments benefits not only the Kaz Balaka, but also the most powerful ally in Corona Expanse, Rogue Trader Caligos Winterscale. Okay, Valadin is a slippery but very cautious fellow. Does not usually beat around the bush. Does not play mind games. He is no fool. Fools do not rise this high in the Caspalian hierarchy. Keep all this in mind. You are a rogue trader. You stand above him in status and wield considerable power. And having said that, history have seen cases where the Caspalian barons cross swords with rogue trader and emerge victorious. So basically, be smart about it. So why does the liege want to see me so badly then? Not you personally, but Mitch the rogue trader of the Von Valancius dynasty. Takara does not know about the Lady Theodore's death, simply seeking an audience with the powers that be. My guts tell me that something must be very wrong on Footfall if the astropath managed to read such strong emotions and such anodyne message. I give her leave to make the translation for the warp in real space. Yep. Oh. This. Okay. So we are leaving the warp. Okay, so do we want to arrive incognito or do we want to arrive as a rogue trader? Okay, so which one of these will okay. According to Footfall's unwritten laws, rogue traders enjoy special privileges that exceed even the power of the Liege. However, they may choose not to exercise those privileges in certain situations. Arriving incognito will give you more room for maneuver. Official visit will allow you to directly intervene in local affairs. Okay. Does not prevent certain persons, namely Caligos Winterscale, from subtly pulling the strings on Footfall. You as a new rogue trader start your career with official landing and a parade in your honor. Other dynasties may see this gesture as a newcomer challenging their spheres of influence. Okay. เรียมฮะ เดี๋ยวพี่คิดว่าอีกสักแป๊บนึงเดี๋ยวพี่นอนตะแคงแล้วนะเดี๋ยวรอแป๊บนึง I'm not feeling super well right now, so I might need to end the stream early, but we'll see. I did not see that as a bad thing necessarily. Old Man Winterscale may take slight offense. You know what? I'm just going to give me a second. I'll probably need to end the stream like right now. As soon as I'm able to take my choices. I want to arrive officially. That's what she said. Okay, with this, I'm going to save. And I'm not sure. I'm going to stop the stream. Just give me a second. Yeah, I have to stop the stream. I'm not sure how I'm feeling physically. I'm not feeling very well physically. That's what I need to say right now. I might need to do something. Okay, I'll be might be back. I might not. But anyways, stopping the stream.
Dang. I'm sorry to hear.
Don't worry. It's just physical things. But yeah, see you guys in a bit. If I resume the stream.
Have a good day, Biggie, and all if you don't come back.